Project Peace was born out of a conversation. In May of this last year, I had the privilege to sit at the Tacoma News Tribune editorial board with the editorial board and several members, leaders of our African American community. Former Mayor Moss, Lyle Kozim, who's here in our audience today, Pastor Christopher, Elder Montgomery, our distinguished mayor, Mayor Strickland, our city manager, T.C. BROADNAX, an officer that I had come with me, Officer Mike Sabori, who's a community liaison officer out in the South End in Sector 3. We listened to stories about their personal experiences with police officers. And we talked about police-community relations that was occurring throughout our country and also throughout our city. We were able to share our own experiences as police officers during this conversation. We all agreed that we did not want to see the issues in Tacoma that we've seen across the country at the time. We can pick the city and we know what we're talking about in regards to relationships. We all agreed that we needed to be proactive, and the time to build healthy working relationships is before something bad happens within our community. It's critically important. What I heard from these prominent, well-respected leaders of our community was very impactful to me. They spoke with passion and a pain as they described their past personal experiences with law enforcement, experiences that understandably led to their distrust and at times disdain towards the criminal justice system and law enforcement. It was difficult to hear, as I personally know each of these gentlemen and have had the greatest degree of respect and admiration for who they are, what they stand for, and what they've done to the betterment of our community. In the end, we all agreed that even though those of us in the room that day had developed positive working relationships with each other, there was a need to expand and cultivate similar relationships throughout all the levels of the police department and all the levels of our community, particularly people of color and those of the community who historically have a level of distrust towards the police in their interactions with law enforcement. All of us in the room that day committed to being a part of the solution, as we all here today are, as I know. It was the impetus to bring the city and community leaders together to develop an outreach strategy to gain valuable information, insight, and recommendations on how we can all work together to improve the relationships between the Tacoma Police Department and the community we serve. Build relationships, working together, building trust, building understanding. It resulted in a citywide initiative called Project Peace, which consisted of 5 separate community meetings held across the city and with over 500 participants. That's incredible to think about that. And one of the reflections I have, and I think I'm going out of order because I have to talk about my reflections here in a little bit, but to see that many people from our community come together demonstrates to me how much you care about our city and our community and our relations. And thank you for that.